It seems the buzz about computers is the internet. Every commercial you see, every college or school you attend, every person in the world seems to have their own space on the net.
That's right, but what is the internet and where did it come from?
Good question.
In tonight's News 9 Online, WMUR's Chris Thomas takes a look at the roots of the net.
During the height of the Cold War, there was always the possibility of armed conflict. The U.S. military needed a way to keep communication lines open, even if certain areas were knocked out. The computer network that was built to accomplish this would allow small packets of information to be routed around downed computer sites. As international tensions began to ease in the 1970s and 80s, computer experts, mainly in educational arenas, saw the military network as a good way to tie several computers together into a large online community. Information and ideas could then be sent to any connected computer, and thus the internet was born. It wasn't until recently that advances in home computers, communications, and local business interests allowed the general public access to the internet. Is there a simple answer to the question, what is the internet? We pose this to internet expert Mark Millett.
It doesn't have a simple answer because the internet is basically the sum of its parts. The internet is a lot of things going on in the world that you can access all together. You might as well ask, what is a town?
Computer information travels over the internet in small chunks known as internet packets, or IP. Since the packets are small, several people can send information back and forth at the same time without wasting too much bandwidth. Mark has an interesting analogy. Consider
a piece of data as all of the employees of a company that go from where they live and they come and arrive at the company. They might go by bus, by car, by taxi. You can think of each person as a packet, a portion of the employee base.
Bandwidth is the amount of space on a network for data transmission. The more data a network can handle, the wider the bandwidth. Bandwidth can be limited by slow telephone lines and modems, too many people on the net, or a downed computer terminal. Many people think this is the internet. This is known as the World Wide Web, WWW, or just the web for short. The web is to the internet much like Windows 95 is to the PC. You can do many things over the net by pointing and clicking on the graphics interface the web provides. Although the web is an important part of the internet, there's so much more that makes up cyberspace. When I hopped onto the internet back in 1993, there was no World Wide Web. Navigating the net back then meant a lot of typing and some unfriendly interfaces. Next time, we'll talk more about the web and some other items and tools available to us on the internet. Chris Thomas, WMUR's News 9 Online.
For more on the terms, history, and background of the internet, feel free to visit our News 9 Online companion section at our worldwide website. You can dial it up at www.wmur.com.
Is that what you're supposed to dial it up?
Yeah, and then type it in.
I'm going to watch you do that.
I'll give you a lesson after the show.
I'm going to need a few of them, believe me. There's still much more to come on tonight's News 9 at 5. Authorities continuing their investigation into a homicide in Derry. We'll have some of the latest details.